Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm finally reacting to the last two episodes of Solo Leveling. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was hard for me to watch this till the very end. I think you can notice if you compare like my other videos, like my other reactions of, for example, Dan to Dan or even Sakamoto Days to this. If you follow me on Twitch, you've probably seen me reacting to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So this one in particular was a little bit complicated for me. But finally, we're at the end. Just like in the previous videos, I'm gonna react to the episodes and at the very end, I'm gonna do a full analysis. I also have announcements to make about the channel and my trip to Japan. But once again, that's gonna be at the very end of the video. And before we begin, please don't forget to follow me on my social media. I have Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course Twitch. I'm very active on all of them. I stream every Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And please like this video and leave a comment. That's gonna help me a lot. So, with nothing else to add, let's begin the episode. So, of course, Jinwoo arrived to save them because they did nothing. All of these freaking characters did absolutely nothing. I honestly thought the final battle was gonna be like streamed all over the city. Everybody was gonna watch that all over the world, but apparently it's not going to. I thought some of them had seen the shadows, but I guess I got confused. Like they kind of had an idea of what was going on with him, but I guess no. She's actually hitting the TV. Okay, girl. The fact that this guy died off camera. I'm gonna talk about all that at the end. But anyways. Oh, he's gonna use the box too. Oh no, the big guy's coming. I have very, very high hopes for these battle, okay? Again, hype moments, very hype. That's what this anime is all about, just hype moments. So these better be the best one so far, okay? Because if not, I'm gonna be so angry. Why is he looking for a king? Like, I need to know. They're not providing me with answers. This better be a freaking challenge. I'm not asking for him to almost die in this battle, but to be a freaking challenge. Okay, we cannot continue with the same thing over and over and over again, especially in the last freaking battle. It's just no, it's just not gonna make it. So I hope this is gonna, like, there's gonna be something to this. Oh no, he's actually going to show it to everybody. Ooh. That made me happy. I'm sorry, but that made me really happy. There's actually a fight going on between these two. It's not just like a one-side thing. So it's just gonna be like fist fight. Poison. Oh, poison. Okay, but why do you have that? How did you get that? Of course.
毒を食らったのでは彼は無事だったのですかもはや何が起きても不思議に思えんな
I'm sorry. There's no way this is gonna be the final battle. Is this thing gonna have like another form or something? Because there's no way. Oh shoot, her arm! Oh my god, I just saw her arm. The song is going to get me copyright again. I struggled so much last episode. You know this. I love the music though. The music is just amazing. It's perfect. So finally the battle got nice. Okay, yeah, I was waiting for this. This is what I wanted. I would like to understand why this bug has all these powers though. Why was it even born in the first place? How was it even born? This is some really good, nice animation. Definitely. I mean, yeah, again, good animation, but I need to see more struggle. Come on. It's because it's still so one-sided, even though it's the last battle. You will think that for being the last battle, it would pose as a challenge for your main character, you know, because at the end of the day, you want your main character to grow somehow. And all these battles are just not making it. There's nothing deeper about them. They look beautiful, they look amazing, like obviously look at that, but there's nothing else to them. And even though this one is the last one, there's still no difference. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about what I mean at the end of the video. Visually, I'm happy, but that's about it. There's no freaking way. There is no freaking way. I cannot believe they did this. I cannot believe. Oh my god. No, I need to stop. This is so stupid. This is so freaking stupid. This is the last freaking bat. I cannot believe they did that. I cannot believe they really went this way. This is the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I want to scream so bad. I cannot. The last battle and they did this. Would no, okay, I would understand if they were like, if there was some kind of struggle before coming to this point, but there was absolutely nothing. This is the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my entire life just to favor your main character. When we already know, yeah, like, yeah, he's the strongest, he's this, blah, 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 blah. Give me something more to this damn potato character. Jesus Christ. I am so angry, so angry. So this pretty much was like any other episode in the series, literally. Nothing is different, nothing was different, there was no growth, there was no nothing, no struggle, nothing. It was another normal episode, just with a little bit more flashy animation, and that's it. That was it. I am so disappointed. This could have been a freaking email, Jesus Christ. It did not work. You know what? I didn't want her to die because I really like the character, but like since side characters do absolutely nothing in this anime, I have no hopes of her like being important, relevant, or like doing something. So I would like her to, you know, to be the lost in this battle, just so Jinwoo could go like, I am this powerful and I couldn't save them all. Just for that. Just for that. Because this is giving me nothing. Not even for the last freaking battle. Jesus freaking Christ. I'm gonna say something. I don't normally say this type of things because I don't like comparing animes, like pitting them against each other. I feel like each anime has their own thing going on and we should respect that, right? But I'm gonna say one thing about this one because I've seen it sometimes, like many times actually. And now that I watch the final battle, I think it's important for me to say it because I'm very angry. There were people saying that this battle, that this Jinwoo against this freaking bug, whose name I don't even remember, was better than Sukuna against Mahoraga. How dare you? How freaking dare you? It has a very good animation, yes, but it lasted like what? A minute? Nothing happened. There was no struggle, there was no growth, no nothing. And of course, during Mahoraga against Sukuna, Sukuna always had the upper hand. Of course, like he was just testing Mahoraga. He's just like this very curious type of character. He was just testing Mahoraga because he finds it very interesting. But even then, that battle meant something. Okay, there was something behind that freaking battle. Even if Sukuna always had the upper hand, even if he didn't really struggle against Mahoraga and it was mostly Mahoraga learning from Sukuna or trying to adapt to what Sukuna was doing, there was a meaning behind the entire battle. And I don't wanna spoil anything. If you read the manga, you know what I mean. This battle is so freaking empty. It has no soul. Jesus Christ, I've never seen a battle like this. It's depressing. It's genuinely depressing. It's literally just like any other battle we've been seeing the entire season. Honestly, I think the battle against the ice elf was more meaningful than this. I'm just very angry. I'm sorry. Ooh, she's missing like an entire... Oh, Jesus. Oh. I did not have to see that.
っていてください。起きろ。
So okay, he's gonna be able to save her too. So we're not gonna have that little like time for reflection either.
ただの召喚魔法じゃなかったのか。ミンハンターの自分の力を使えという声が。
Ooh, she's missing her side.
生前どんな人だったのかわからの元に向かった温かい人だったんですね。
See, I told you he was a nice guy, but he had to die for cheap development. That's not even development.
あなたが抽出解除。
Well, that was very nice of him, I guess.
やべえことになってるな。
So they're just like running rampant now, doing whatever.
出してください。そのハンターはあいつは残って残党と卵の始末をするそうだ。残念ながらついにレベル100到達か。
I hate him so much. I'm sorry.
死んでもすごいオーラを放ってる。
He's just so freaking boring.
起きろ。
Oh, this one's different?
何も感じない。
It talks.
お前が喋ったのか。他の奴ら。
I like this one. And so yeah, they're just going like whatever.
数を減らしてくれるか。一体ずつ確実に倒していけばいい。円形を密にして味方の。
Ooh. So nasty. Bro, there's so many of them. It's crazy.
触れようとしていた脅威を未然に防ぐことが叶ったのだった。こうして第二
Way
次
too many of them.
我々の勝利で幕を閉じた。来た来た。少しは体を動かさないとな。
But I honestly don't care. Like, you can present to me any other hunter, whatever. It's meaningless. It's completely meaningless. They were hyping the S ranks for the entire 2 seasons and they did nothing. This guy is not gonna be any difference. Like, I don't know why they keep presenting them like that if they're going to just like do nothing at the end. I don't understand, but go off, I guess. Whatever.
一方で彼の動向には不審な点も多く、最初から参加していれば犠牲を出さずに済んだのではとの批判的な声も上がっています。
I actually think it's interesting that they're criticizing him. Thanks for adding that, I guess. Yeah. Thank you. It makes sense that people are angry. That not everybody is like, oh, we love you, whatever, you're the most powerful. Obviously there should be people angry at the fact that he didn't want to go at the beginning. If he would have been there, everybody would be alive.
世間がどう言おうと この悲劇に終止符を打ったのはあなたなのですから。
And I guess I do like the kind of role that this guy is taking when it comes to Jinwoo and how it all started and how it all is now. But again, it's pretty shallow. It's just on a very like surface level. Same with this guy. So there's still some? There's way too many. What? Who are these? This honestly seems very interesting, but I don't want to get excited with absolutely anything because of how these turn out. I'm just like, at the end, it's gonna be pointless. Like, what's the reason behind it if you're not gonna do anything with it? If everything's gonna end up the same way and there's not gonna be any growth, any nothing. So I don't want to get too excited with these, even though it looks interesting. I completely forgot about this dude. I totally forgot about him. Oh, of course. The song is gonna get me copyrighted again. Great music once again. I'm never gonna get tired of complimenting the music because it's amazing. It's probably the best thing in this anime. Hiroyuki Sawano for you people. I just want to say, like, she's like, I need to get stronger, and I'm here like, well, you can't get stronger because according to the rules of your world, like, you cannot, like, it's just S rank for you and that's it. You cannot go up unless you awaken, and I don't think any of these other characters are gonna go through something similar of what Jinwoo went through or whatever happened to him, the system. So it's just getting stronger is not gonna happen for her or anybody. Oh, that's All Might. Really quick, things that you shouldn't have to know, but I'm still gonna tell you. There's just something when guys do that with their tie, right? It hits me. It hits me in a very different way. I don't know how to explain it. When this guy does it, I feel nothing. Absolutely nothing. And that is so freaking depressing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really tried, okay? I really tried. But I feel nothing. Nothing. Gathering my thoughts, trying to make this as nice as possible, because of course I don't want to get people too angry. It's enough with me being angry, okay? You guys don't need to be angry as well. Oh my god. I wanted to like it. I wanted to really be into it, and I couldn't. This just didn't provide anything for me. Twitch chat mentioned to me the other day that we were talking about this anime in particular, that Solo Leveling was very good to watch weekly, like one episode a week, but not so good to watch like multiple episodes like too close to one another, because if you do that, then you realized how awfully repetitive this is. And they were right. I don't remember when was the last time I watched an anime that was this repetitive in this shallow and empty. And it doesn't even try to dive deep into all the plot points that it presents to you. And it's all in the favor of making the main character look like this indestructible, super powerful, perfect guy. I have a lot of negative things to say about this anime, and most of them revolved around the same thing. First of all, we have the side characters. You can literally take all of these side characters, remove their names, their faces. You can literally make them shadow characters in the background, stick people, and there's not gonna be a difference at all. This anime has two different types of side characters. One type is there to praise Jinwoo, and type 2 won't praise Jinwoo, but they're all gonna be idiots, weaklings, and they're most likely evil. Side characters are written around Jinwoo instead of being written around the story in general. I understand Jinwoo is the main character, but that's still not the way to write your characters. They provide absolutely nothing to the main story. They provide absolutely nothing for the main character. They represent a very surface level of a world building, and at the end, it takes you absolutely nowhere. It's what I've been saying for the past episodes. They've been hyping them up, and at the end, they did absolutely nothing. The only thing that they did was so Jinwoo could save them. There was absolutely no growth for them. There was absolutely no growth from them to Jinwoo. They have little like details, little things to them that take you nowhere. Like for example, this girl Sha, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Like the reason why she has this super sensitive nose and things like that, it's for nothing. Like they do nothing with that ability in the story. They don't explain why she might have a sensitive nose. The only thing they do with it is tell you that Jinwoo smells good, that he doesn't smell like the other hunters. See what I mean when I tell you the characters are written around Jinwoo and not around the story? And it happens with everything, with absolutely everything in the story. I mentioned at the beginning of these reaction videos, like when I barely started reacting to this season, that it probably sucks to live in a world like the one it's presented in this anime because of all the things that you constantly see, right? Like, but not a single one of them is properly explored. First, of course, we have the situation with the lower ranks, or like everybody in general, that no matter how much they train, no matter how much effort they put, they're gonna remain in their own rank and they're gonna stay there and they're not gonna move, and that's it. Like, no matter how much effort, if you were lucky, you were lucky, and that's it. But that plot point, it's completely forgotten as soon as Jinwoo awakens. And this is because side characters are like on another level of irrelevance. Like, it doesn't matter if the friend of Jinwoo's sister is going through this, because they're not gonna do anything with it because it's just a random character. She's there to make Jinwoo look good. And then we have all the corruption that's in the like higher ranks, how these higher ranks take advantage of lower ranks and literally send them to die. But this is immediately forgotten as soon as Jinwoo is able to show his supremacy against them. Again, it's another topic, another plot point that is touched in a very surfaced level. Shallow. Then we have this last point that was presented to us during these last battles, where the other hunters came in and helped, how they wanted to let the other hunters die so they could have a greater military power over other nations. This is again very surface level. I don't think they're going to continue with that plot point in the next season. It's probably going to be forgotten as well. Then we have the battles. The freaking battles. Battles can be used as a narrative device, and they can be like very, very useful for many things. You can use them for character development, you can use them even for world building. You can shape the narrative of your entire story through battles. You can tell stories through them. And here they are used just to prove again and again and again how powerful Jinwoo is, because apparently one battle is not enough. There is no character development to him. Absolutely no character development for him throughout the story in general. And there's no character development using the battles either. He just keeps winning very easily. He never really struggles. The way he won against the Demon King was pretty stupid, if you ask me. I think I mentioned it when I reacted to that episode. There's no tensions, there's no suspense in any of the battles, because you know he's just gonna win. Like, he won in the previous battle. Like, he didn't struggle in all the other 100 battles that he had. So it's fine if in your story you want to concentrate everything around the battles. That's perfectly fine. But use it as a freaking narrative tool. It's pretty useful. You could have done great things with it and you didn't do it. You literally did nothing with the battles, solo leveling, nothing. It was more and more of the same over and over again. It was just a different enemy. This last battle in particular could have helped, could have shaped a little bit more of Jinwoo, could have give him a little bit more of character development, and at the end, the freaking villain, the guy that you know everybody was so scared about, ended up being pathetic against Jinwoo. We know he's strong. We know he's gonna win because he's the main character. Use your battles as a narrative tool to show something, some character development, some growth to him. Let him struggle. That is not gonna ruin the image that you're trying to portray for him. If anything, it's gonna make it better. A character that it's constantly so perfect, winning against absolutely everything, not even showing any of his humanity, any weakness as a human being, it's boring. What is the point of me watching this if there's not gonna be any growth for Jinwoo? And if there's not gonna be any like struggle in the middle of the battle? I know he's gonna win. I know he's gonna prove once again that he's the most powerful being in this world, in his universe. Even as a representation of the strongest, it does not work because there's nothing deeper into the character. An overpowered character is not inherently bad as long as the writer knows how to use it, and the concept of the strongest has a purpose for the plot that helps develop the narrative, the symbolism hidden in it, and the characters around it. Animes like My Hero Academia and Jujutsu Kaisen are very good examples of the concept of the strongest being used appropriately for their respective universe. All Might represents hope and altruism, inspiring young generations around him to follow in his footsteps, with the end of bringing back what it really means to be a hero, something that was being lost and corrupted with time for their society, and what ultimately caused a collapse of it. In Jujutsu Kaisen, being the strongest represents loneliness and dehumanization. When Satoru Gojo accepted this role and fully embraced it, he also knew he had the power to change things for others around him. Are you the strongest because you're Satoru Gojo, or are you Satoru Gojo because you're the strongest? He is the strongest because he is Satoru Gojo. Anybody could have been born with his powers, but only him can do something meaningful out of them. This concept is also a core aspect of Ryomen Sukuna and the parallels between both characters. For both of these examples, the idea of the strongest plays into the narrative instead of the other way around. It helps to advance it in an organic way and poses the perfect scenarios for growth. In Solo Leveling, we don't have any of that, making the battles a simple spectacle of flashy movesets. Hype, leaving the music and animation carrying the entire scenario, one that never poses something for the protagonist and always leaves him the exact same way as he started. There's no character growth, no change in his personality or a lesson learned. It's only him constantly winning without any real difficulty. An empty representation of the strongest. The problem is not Jinwoo being powerful. The problem is that there's nothing to him. I mean, I like powerful characters. Sukun is one of my favorite characters. Gojo is one of my favorite characters. They're not my favorite characters because they're powerful. They're my favorite characters because there's more to them than just being incredibly powerful. There is writing behind them. When you're writing a story, you need to be very careful on how you write your main character. Yeah, it's your main character. It's the center point of absolutely everything. That doesn't mean you write your story around your main character. You have to write your character around your story, around the world you're trying to build, around what you're trying to say with this narrative that you're presenting. If you do it the other way around, you end up with these. There is no growth to Jinwoo because the story is not allowing it. Because the story is written around him. Everything that happens in his world, it's to favor him. It's to make him look good. You create this powerful character, this freaking bug, not to present a threat to humanity. You created it simply to make Jinwoo look more powerful. You created this S ranks not to present something in your story, not to provide some world building to it. You created them to hype them up and then show that Jinwoo is still stronger than them. That is the difference between writing a story around your character compared to writing your character around your story, giving that character the space, the chance to grow, to learn from the battles that you are putting them through, and to learn from the characters that are around him. We get nothing with these. I don't know if the comic is any different, but in the anime, that's how it feels. And it's sad because I do feel like this story had so much potential. I feel like there could have been so much to this, a lot of things to explore, especially with Jinwoo. Like, you have this character that just suddenly becomes super powerful out of nowhere after being like one of the lowest ranks out there. And yet, the story does absolutely nothing with it. Not a single thing. And there was so much that he could have reflected on, that he could have learned from others, that he could have learned from himself and all the power that he got and all the battles that he fought. But there was nothing, because all the battles were there just to make him look cool, and that is all. Do I recommend this anime? If you want to disconnect your brain and just want to see flashy battles, hype moments, this is your anime. Solo Leveling is nothing but hype moments, and that is all. And the hype moments are very well made, and that's why it got so popular. If you're looking for like any world building, any character development, anything deeper, even if it's just a little bit, you're not gonna get it with this one. To me, is I guess a 6 out of 10, because again, I do applaud the fact that hype moments, very hype. Yes. And the music is amazing. The music does a great favor to this anime. Without the music, without Hiroyuki Sawano, this would have not been half of what it is. Trust me. Not even with the flashy animation. Please use your battles as a narrative tool. I'm begging you. I promise you, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be beautiful. Don't be afraid of presenting things for your main character. Don't be afraid of putting your main character in difficult situations. Don't be afraid of your character showing some humanity. I think I'm just being like a little bit too harsh on this. I really wanted to like it. I really wanted to enjoy it, but I couldn't. I enjoy the high moments and that's it, but every time I think about everything else, it makes me angry. It makes me just freaking angry. Anyways, that's it for the analysis, or me ranting about it. I am so sorry. I don't want to be mean. If you like this anime, it's perfectly fine. try something else. Try something else. Again, this works as a disconnect your brain, enjoy the fights, portray yourself as a main character to give you confidence. That is always good. But always try to criticize the things that you like. There's nothing wrong with that. Recognizing the negative aspects that it has. Analyze things. Media literacy. Try to see things into like a deeper level. It's always good to do that. Anyways, next I have the announcements for the channel. I doubt any of you is gonna reach this part of the video, but let's talk about it. So I'm gonna be going to Japan on June 1st through the 17th. So I'm gonna try to leave content for those 2 weeks. I'm gonna try my best. I am definitely gonna be uploading shorts of the things that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to the Jujutsu Kaisen exhibition in Osaka, and I'm also gonna go to the Jujutsu Kaisen cafe that it's gonna be there. I'm also going to the Yu-Gi-Oh cafe in Ikebukuro for the 25th anniversary of the series. So there's gonna be content, not long videos, no reactions, but there's gonna be content. Oh, I'm also going to try to stream from there. It's going to be a little bit more complicated because of the different times and things like that, but I'm still going to try to do it. I am not going to be able to record absolutely anything from the Jujutsu Kaisen exhibition. I'm not going to be able to take photos of that, sadly, but I'm going to be able to talk about it on stream. I'm probably going to make a video about it. I'm still not sure about that. I'm definitely going to record some things from the cafe. For both of the cafes that I'm going to go, the Yu-Gi-Oh one and the Jujutsu Kaisen one. I'm also going to go watch the Hidden Inventory movie in Japan. And I'm going to be just generally doing a lot of things there. So content you're going to have in the format of short videos if I have time to edit while I'm on my trip. I'm gonna try to have that Jujutsu Kaisen video, the second analysis of episode 2, before I leave. I cannot promise anything, but I'm gonna try. And once I'm back, the next anime that I'm gonna be reacting to is gonna be the second season of Dandadan, which is gonna start around July, I think. So in the meantime, I'll see what I can like do for the channel. Maybe give Solo Leveling another rewatch and try to like process more of the story. Maybe I'm gonna try to read the comic, I'm still not sure, and talk about it, analyze it, and compare it to the anime. But I'm very disappointed on this anime, so I'm not sure. I feel sad that I'm disappointed on it. I'm sorry. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm sorry if this is not what you expected to hear from me. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't like it. If you like it, enjoy it. Watch it as many times as you want to. Promote it as much as you want to. Read the comic if you want to. Read the light novel if you want to. Me not liking it doesn't mean that you shouldn't. Please don't forget to follow me on my social media. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Also Twitch. We're reacting to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure there. And those videos are now gonna make it to YouTube. They make me very angry too, but like in the right way. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!